everyone, it's Farkit here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build the new version of the treehouse that I came up with. The previous one is quite difficult to do now. I don't even know if it still works. The design is too complicated, and in that video it was made a long time ago, I said that rock pillars couldn't be destroyed by the enemy. They can't if you turn off building destruction, though they can now, and it would take down the whole treehouse. So this design is much easier. Some aspects of it are better, some are worse, and I'll get to it. This design I feel is a lot better than the actual treehouse, because even if you turn off building destruction mode, Armsies can still take down trees, and there's nothing you can really do about it. It is rather easy to do and quite cost effective. So let's get into it. Now first you want to find a spot where you want to build it. I'm just going to do it on that ledge near the fertile lands. Has a good view from here. Next you want to place a custom foundation marking out where you want to place it. Now what I'm going to do here is make it so it's just 3 spaces apart inside the platform. As you can see, going from 2 to 3, if that makes sense. I'm going until it just turns into 3, and I'm going to do this at all angles. Once that's done, connect it all up, and just check if the measurements are all the same. In my case, they are. Next, get a custom wall out, place it on one of the corners, doesn't matter which one, and run it over to the opposite corner. Try and be exact. You're not building any of this, you're just using it as a guide. Once you place the custom wall, it should be 2 sections long. If you've made it bigger, it will probably be 3 and it won't really show you the middle. Though, where I've placed this, it shows me the exact middle of the custom foundation. Next, I'm going to get a rock wall out. I'm going to place it right in the middle. Nice little rock pillar. And try and be as accurate as you can. And next, I'm going to go to all the other corners and do the exact same thing. Nice little pillars on each corner. Take your time with this. The more accurate you are, the better it will look at the end, because the custom floor on top will be perfectly square. Once you've placed and built each one of them, there should be 5, you can remove the custom foundation, as well as the custom walls too. You don't need them anymore. These logs I'm just going to clean up because they're in the way. Then what you do next is you start building them up. Now I recommend you go 5 high. The reason being is that mutants can't hit it that way. At 4 high, they might not be able to hit it, though it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Because if you've got building destruction mode off, they can't destroy it anyway. But if it's on, they can destroy it. So once they're all 5 high, you're ready to go. And place it on one of the corners, not the middle one. And just run it around, connecting it all up. Once you've done all the 4 corners, you can lead it to the middle. And try and get it right in the middle. This is the pillar you're finishing on, so make sure you click on it and press E. And it's done. So what I can do now is get the hole cutter out and take down all the corners. Now you will be keeping the middle pillar. I know it looks funny, but the reason I'm doing it this way is that you can design it later on to what you want it to look like. So if you wanted a stone pillar, you can create one, a wood pillar, it's up to you. Having a single pillar of rocks is just as strong as having a 13 rock wall. There's no difference. So once that's done, just jump up and complete it. When you need to get logs up there, you just place a log holder and you can jump up and place logs on it. Then the next part you want to do is place a platform on it. Unfortunately, placing it from down here doesn't work very well. So what I recommend you do is place a simple stairs. Anywhere, it doesn't matter. These are 5 logs, and attach a climbing rope to it. Then you'll be able to climb up there. This is just a temporary solution so you can get up there and build it. So I'm going to replace this one. I'm going to place it so it's right on the edge. As you can see, it's converting to another log. That means it's placing on the ground. You don't want it placing on the ground. So right on the edge. Take your time with it. Once you place it, check both sides. And in my case, both the logs are in the air. And I'm going to complete that. Next part, I'm just going to place a rock wall all the way around it, like the old design. But I'm going to remove the triangle bits, so I'm just going to keep the edges. Now if you want, you can just place a single pillar on each corner. That's up to you. It will be a lot cheaper, though it might look a bit funny. I don't know, I haven't actually tested it. Could be worth looking at though. So once you've made the walls, complete them all. If you're going to place a single pillar, you only need to place it at each corner. So it would be 8 rocks in total. Very cheap. So I no longer need the simple stairs, so I'm going to clear that. Next, I'm going to place the floor on it. Now automatic placement's going to do the exact same thing as before. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is custom place it. And I'll try and get the logs to aim the same way as the floor underneath. Doesn't really mean anything, though it might look a bit cleaner. And connect it up. Should be a perfect square with no offcuts. If you're good at your placements, it should fit. And this is only 15 logs. Very cheap. Complete that. I have to jump in the air to do it. Now the next part, I recommend you save beforehand. What you're doing is you're cutting a hole to get an access point through the middle of the floor. So my old one was on the edge. This one, you can actually get it in the middle. So it's like a proper treehouse. And what you do is you aim for the platform, but don't demolish it. try and get it just above. And it depends on what size hole you want. That's why I recommend you save beforehand. Once you think you've got it, cut it. There's a small lip, though you won't trip on that. And I've just got a small hole, though I can fit through that easily. And I can get in and out of the treehouse. You can't do much with a gap in the middle. There you go, there's the platform. So it's looking pretty good at the moment. Well, at least I think so. Now in this case, I'm just going to trial a wooden pillar. So it does nothing at all, but it does make it look more realistic rather than it being held up by one single rock pillar. So I'm going to make a triangle out of this one. Connect it up. And I'm just going to add a door there. Complete it all. You could build a rock pillar. It'll do the exact same thing. Nothing. It will just look better. And I'm going to go too high on this one. And meets up. So I don't even have to go through the door. I can access the rope through the door. So even if you locked it, people would still be able to get in. So I got a way into my little treehouse space. Now I'm just going to place walls here because I've got an idea. Though I just recommend going on a roof. Clear that because I have an idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to place a basic wall here and on the other side, and let's place a basic window on the next one. This is completely irrelevant. This is just me improvising, trying new things as I always do. Complete all that. Going to place a roof. Make it as high as it needs to be without it going to 2 logs. Finish the roof. It's done that off-cut thing. Well, I'm not going to settle for that. Remove that roof and redone it, and it's much better. Just did a custom placement. So there we go. Kind of looks a bit funky with the walls on it. Probably would look better if it was just like an alpine treehouse. This is the trick I was going to do. I'll place simple stairs here, get the tree bridge out, and run it over, connect it up. Very cheap. So now I have another way to get into my house. You don't need this, just another way to get in. Save you have to climb the rope. Then you can decorate it however you want. I'm going to decorate this one to see how much you can actually fit in this bugger. And it looks like you can fit everything in it. Nice little cozy home. Now in this video I actually continue building on. I started making some edits. So what I'm going to do is separate in the 2 videos to prevent complication. The next one just covers different ways to do things. Little touch-ups, that sort of thing. So remember, this will be invulnerable. The enemies won't be able to get to it if you have building destruction mode off. If you have it on, they take down that single pillar, which only mutants can do it, the big mutants, then they'll be able to take it down. If you really want to protect it, you just put water collectors around it. At this stage, water collectors are invulnerable to enemies. Anyway, make sure you check out the next video. I'll have it up soon. And I'll place the link here for when it's done. And if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers.